The past few weeks have witnessed the lockdown of several Nigerian cities, leading to a loss of livelihood for millions. But the story is even more pathetic for the 25 million persons living with disabilities who may not only have been cut off from their means of livelihood, but also from those whom they rely for daily support. Well, that's the focus of this Sunday special, Coping with Disabilities in the Face of the Lockdown. Abodsede Omruyi reports.
It is the home of the Yusufs. I got to hear of their story from a mutual friend. I am welcomed by Wasiu, with whom I had finished a 20-minute phone conversation, getting directions to their home in Ajegunle, Lagos. Promptly, Wasiu introduces me to his wife Helen and their 3 children, all below the age of 15. They've spent the last 3 weeks at home in compliance with the government's lockdown directive to flatten the curve of COVID-19 infections in Nigeria. Wasiu, a 2-time Paralympian, should have participated at the National Sports Festival, being a wheelchair tennis player. But those hopes are now firmly behind him. It's the common story of the more than 25 million persons living with disabilities who are facing an entirely different world in the face of the coronavirus pandemic, locked away from daily life and perhaps whatever little support they could hang on to in normal circumstances.
I'm not going out. This lockdown. I'm not going anywhere. But they say shut down. Where I want to go? Because where we are training is locked down, National Stadium, no movement. But it's not easy. So the government have to do something about this thing. And we try to tell government to help physically challenged, but it's not easy for us.
Like her husband, Helen is physically challenged. She's been crawling since she was 3. But at 47, even the life she's been used to all these years has suddenly changed. The children are not going to school, leaving the couple with even more strain at home.
It's very, very difficult at this period of time. We are praying, actually we are really praying for God to assist us, maybe to even take it out, or at least they can find solution to the virus. So everybody will be free going to the business, your training, your sports, whatever you are doing. Everybody should be free going out. But this one that everybody is staying at home, where do we get money from?
When she's not crawling, Helen relies on a wheelchair to move. She has faced difficulty wheeling herself back and forth and even being insulted as she attempted to get government palliatives, often missing out and relying instead on neighbors for the family's daily feeding.
They have to send us back. I'm not vehicle. We have to trek down. We have to trek down to that place, come back again. Then I said we should come back to that primary school that we left. Getting back there, we now saw that the whole food is ready inside the vehicle. So I can see an elderly man of 60 to 65 years was shouting at me and the other girl that you people don't belong to this place. I said, what is it? Is it because of food that you are shouting to us? Are you not to be a father to us? Even to fight for us, we physically challenge that, you people should stay behind, let's stay one side, let us get your own food.
If a miracle does not happen, the Yusufs might even become homeless by the end of the month. For this sporting couple, the suspension of the National Sports Festival, no fault of theirs, is one setback too many.
We are planning to go for another festival this year, and we are hoping to be able to pay from there. We are even planning that it's going to pay for 2 years, so at least our mind will be at peace. But unfortunately, because of the virus, we cannot go to anywhere. Everywhere is locked down.
In spite of a peculiarity, Helen says she's not disabled, as she still handles chores and other activities around the house. I left the Yusufs and caught up with ace gospel artist Yinka Ayefele. His is not a life of glamour without its own undercurrent of pain. But the coronavirus pandemic is certainly one that's making these things worse. Knowing full well the stigma he has faced as a person living with disability in Nigeria, he is rising for the support of others, urging government and other private citizens and organizations to do same.
If the able bodies are asking for palliatives, and what will you expect the less privileged or people on wheelchair or those that are not even on wheelchair that are crawling on the floor to do? It's quite challenging. Now, I think, apart from the government, we have so many people in our society that are well-to-do. The politicians and every other people, they don't look at, at our side. We need to let them know that we are existing as well.
On a good day, people living with disabilities go the extra mile just to be heard, often leaning on the advocacy for inclusion to have their fair share of the common good. But like the Yusufs, the lockdown may yet become another period of deprivation that government is not adequately addressing in fighting the virus pandemic. Abodsede Omruyi, TVC News, Lagos.